Welcome to Mirror Domains, and on today's show we're going to be talking about the best and worst movies of 2022. Yes, it's June 30th, and we're halfway through the year of 2022 already. I can't believe it. So what we're going to do on this show today is we're going to go and look at the release schedule from this year, and we'll go through the movies that have come out, and I'll compile a list on the side in my little Excel file. It will be a little rough around the edges, but that's the way that I like to roll. And then once I put the list out of the movies that I've seen, which will be it's going to be really small this year, then I'll say what's my best and what's my worst. Maybe I'll give you like my top three and my worst three. And we'll keep it a little bit raw like this for you guys. If you want to participate and let me know some of the movies that you've seen, you can in the comment section. And we'll just talk about some of the movies that came out this year so far. So I got this page pulled up that'll go through all the movies that were released. So we're starting in January. Harry Potter, a 20th anniversary return to Hogwarts. I never saw that because it was also on streaming. I wouldn't consider that a release. The Super Deep. Now I'm not going to read through all of these titles, guys, because this does take a while. The 355. I never saw that. Now that was a bunch of girls, right? Oh, and had Jessica Chastain. I missed it. Yeah, but I didn't hear good things, so I never bothered. The Legend of La Llorona. Wow, so I didn't see any movie in the first week. I guess I didn't. All right, let's see what's coming out on the next week. Breeder. That sort of sounds familiar, but maybe I just watched the trailer for it. Yeah, some of these maybe I've seen the trailer. Let's see, Eternals there. It's being saying, I think that was a re-release because that came out like what, in November of last year. Belle. Scream. Yeah, January 14th. That was the first movie that I saw this year, and we'll put that on the old list there for sure. Whoops. Scream. 2022. I'll just put Scream. No, I'll put Scream 5. You don't like it, but that's the way that I'm going to put it in there. Okay, what else? Shattered. Hotel Transylvania. Delicious. Belle again. Tragedy of Macbeth came out last year. Again, I guess that was one of those ones that was kind of like a limited release last year, but it came out really technically this year. No, I don't like that. I hate when they do that. I'm guessing we're going to get a few more of those here for January. A Cops and Robbers Story. Yeah, some of these will be lower budget films, mostly because we haven't seen The Tender Bar. That was a release, though, wasn't it? Streaming release? The Tender Bar. I missed that one. I want to see that one still. The Betty White 100 years. So, that's not. She didn't make it, guys. I'm sorry. And that's a bummer. Ditched. Road to Perth. Wings Over Water. The Royal Treatment. Yeah, maybe I didn't see that many movies in January. As I said, normally I should be up to about 40 movies by now, but it's been kind of a slower year to get back into the swing of things. And that'll become a little bit more aware when we get to the movies that just came out this month. Brazen, like I'm not recognizing any of these releases. Two Deaths of Henry Baker. And this isn't including Netflix's stuff, I don't think. So, the Requiem. That was that shark movie with Alicia Silverstone. I heard very bad reviews about that one. I wanted to see it. The Requiem. Cyrano. Yeah, that was one from last year, guys. Clean. Yeah, I haven't seen. This was all in January. Harper. So was Scream the only movie that I went to see in the theaters in January? I can't believe that. Huh. Well, I guess no. Yeah, no. I guess we were still coming out of the. No, I remember what happened. That's right, because we weren't back to full steam yet. We weren't back, and then it got kind of pulled away from us again. We had here in Canada, we had to go back into lockdown for like a month and a half after. So let's switch this over to February. February 2nd. Moonfall. A Jackass Forever. There we go. So, yeah, I saw that one. Let's put in that. Jackass Forever. Saw that one. The Last Survivors. I didn't see Moonfall. The Wolf and the Lion. The Long Night. Why does that sound familiar to me? Oh, because I saw a trailer for it, because it has Scout Taylor Compton in it, who was in Rob Zombie's Halloween. And I was interested in it. The Last Looks. February 8th. February 10th. Shut In. Did I see Shut In? When a young mother is barricaded inside a pantry by her violent ex... No, okay, I saw the trailers for it. When we talked about that on the Horror Weekly Roundup. I remember that one. Marry Me. Yeah, I never saw that one. Blacklight I saw with Liam Neeson. And I was very hard on it when I came out of the theater, because I was hoping it was going to be a nice little action film from Liam Neeson like he usually delivers, but it wasn't. The thing is that thinking back on it now, and it's on Netflix now, they wanted to go, it felt like it was a tug of war between maybe the creators, like the producers and the director. Like the director wanted to make a noir film, which has a very different style of delivery, of storytelling. It's slower paced. But then it also felt like at times that they all wanted to make it like his typical action movies. So I think it suffered because of that. It was very straightforward. You knew who the bad guy was right off the bat. Ooh, Death on the Nile. Yeah, that one I've been thinking about recently too. I like Death on the Nile quite a bit. Here we go, Death on the Nile. I like that one. It's a good movie. The In-Between. That's on Netflix too right now. And there's Joey King in it. One of the few ones that I haven't seen from her. What About Love? Minamanta. Why does that sound like something I should have seen? I Want You Back. Oh, yes. Tall Girl 2. That's a Netflix one. So they are putting some Netflixes. If we don't get all the Netflix ones, we'll. I pulled up a Netflix page that we'll get it all from. Run and Gun. Uncharted. There's the next big one that I saw. Uncharted. The Ledge. Pursuit. The King's Man. I never saw The King's Man. I never saw The Cursed either, and I want to see both of those ones. I do. I want to see The Cursed. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put down here The Cursed. Those will be ones that I want to see. Ones that I missed. Let's put that down a little bit. Let's say that. Still to see. Let's put a little bit of an underline on that one so you guys know what I mean. Make it bold too. Alright. What's after that? Uncharted. Oh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We did a full live watch along on that one. That one was fun. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Well, we saw that. Whoops. The music isn't playing because some of my hotkeys are tied to the score there, so who cares about the music in the background? Hey, it happens. All right, let's go take a look at what's next. Sneakerella. Never even heard of it. Incarnation. Free Guy. Yeah, we saw Free Guy. That was awesome. That'll be in potential for one of the best. It feels like that was so long ago, though. I can't believe it. It does. It totally does. And, yeah. The Desperate Hour. I'm just looking through the list here, guys, and if anything jumps out at me, I'll put it to the list. Studio 666 we saw. And it's, for some reason, my review for it, my straight out of the theater review for it, has been blocked in certain countries. I think it's because it's got people who are religious think that there's some kind of tie to the devil or something like that. If you believe in that kind of stuff. My best part. Oh, that's it for February. Well, February definitely had a lot more releases there that I anticipated. Now, I think this was the lull. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. Because there was a lull where I couldn't go to the theaters for like a month or something. Or maybe I'm thinking last year. I can't remember. Against the Ice, West Side Story. That wasn't this year. That must have been... Oh, yeah, they re-released that one. The Batman. There we go, guys. The Batman is definitely going to be on the top list there. The Batman. Yep. I still think that may be my number one. Fresh. That's on Hulu. But we're going to put Fresh in the Still to See, because I hear things about that one that, like performance-wise from Sebastian Stan, that I still want to check it out. After Yang is one that I still want to see. Yeah, the Still Want to See one is going to be long. March 11th. Outsiders. Is that... No. Turning Red. Oh, The Adam Project. We saw that. That was good. The Adam Project. I would say if I can get to at least 20 movies I've seen this year, that would be a little bit respectable. But what am I sitting at now? I'm just sitting at 10. Deadly Cuts. Uma. That's one I was very interested to see, but I didn't get around to it. The Outfit, I had the chance to see it. X. Okay, there's one that we did see. X. Probably one of the better horror movies of the year so far, I would say. Yeah. X. Windfall. So Adam Project was probably the best for me on Netflix, Our Glass Viking says. Yeah, I would have to agree with that so far. Yeah, because I really like the performances in it. Master, Deep Water. Some of these I might... Deep Water sounds familiar to me. An attractive young married couple's mind games with each other take a twist for the turn. Oh no, okay, that was Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. Black Crab, I saw Black Crab, and that one was interesting. That's on Netflix too, with Noomi Rapace. Whoops. A Swedish movie, so she's speaking her native language, which is always attractive to me. Where she's got to do this mission across ice. They got to skate across ice to get to their mission objective, and they're being chased, and sometimes the ice is very thin. Really, really kind of tense at times. Very interesting. Alice. It's like a post-apocalyptic kind of movie. Black Crab. I liked it. Bloody Oranges. Never even heard of it. Yeah, this list is fairly comprehensive, so there'll be ones in here that I didn't see. Like Men. I didn't see Men. I hear... What is... that's shameful. The Lost City. Yep, I saw The Lost City. If you ever see it, make sure that you see the post-credit scene, because it's supposed to be funny. I never bothered. Infinite Storm, Naomi Watts. RRR, that's one that's on the list. It's on Netflix right now, but it's only the Hindi version. And I want to watch it. I'm going to watch it on Mirror Domain's India channel once the copyright strike gets lifted from that channel. Arglass says, yeah, I totally forgot about Black Crab. Haven't seen it yet. Yeah, well, when you get a chance, throw it on in the back. It's subtitled, though. It's subtitled. Or, you know what? They probably do have a dubbed version. You Are Not My Mother. That sounds familiar, too. Man of God. Moon Knight. That wasn't in theaters. Moonshot. Alright, so that's it for March. Toggle this over to April. Yeah. Devil You Know. Contractor. Chris Pine. You Won't Be Alone. Morbius. Yes, we saw Morbius for sure. That one, it's not going to be on my worst list. It'll be maybe on my disappointing list. Boone. Barbarians. Bull. The Bubble. That'll be on my worst list. That'll be on my worst list. Because that was atrocious. Oh, it was like pulling teeth about halfway through it. It's one of those movies where you start it and you're kind of like, oh man, I don't. Yeah, if I wasn't doing a live stream, The Bubble is one of those movies where I would have stopped watching it. Battle Freestyle. Rosemaker. Midnight. Never saw Sonic. Never saw Ambulance. Still need to see Everything Everywhere All at Once. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah. Agent Game. Cow. Somebody made it's a documentary. Okay. Metal Lords. Why does that sound familiar to me too, for some reason? Most anticipated would be Where the Crawdads Sing, and that's in July, right? We'll take a maybe after we do this list, we'll do the most anticipated for the remaining of the year. We'll do that for sure. I didn't realize that this list would be so comprehensive, which is good because at least it lets us know if we missed anything. Fantastic Beasts. I saw about half of that. Nah. The Cellar. We're All Going to the World's Fair. That's the one I wanted to see too. It's like it's a horror movie about some girl that plays a online video game. Choose or Die. We saw. Choose or Die. Duel is one that I wanted to see. That's Karen Gillan. Man. I hope my still to see list isn't going to end up as long as my seen list. Girl and Spider, The Mulligan, Spirit Walker. There's that Blood Oranges again. And The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That's one that I still want to see. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Keep that up there. The Duke, Along for the Ride. Unplugging. Polar Bear. 9 Bullets. Huh. Memory. And you know what? I never went. I had the chance to go see Memory. And the only reason why I didn't was because Blacklight was such a letdown to me. I didn't want to go see that Liam Neeson one. Yeah. Bummer. Hatching. That one. That's a horror movie about some weird thing that hatches out of a girl's body. I Love America. Alright, so that's it for April, right guys? So we're almost there. April, May, and then June. So I might, yeah, I'm going to get to 20, I think. I'll get to 20 releases. All My Puny Sorrows, The Staircase, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We definitely saw that one. Doctor Stranger? Yes, Doctor Stranger. The Ravine. Yeah, there's a lot of movies. Coffee. Firestarter. We saw that one for sure. I was one of the few people that was generous to it. Maybe because my expectations weren't that high. Senior Year. That's on Netflix. I'm gonna watch Senior Year. It's kind of a bummer what happened to her recently. Shark Bait. Monstrous is one that I want to see. Monstrous. It's got Christina Ricci in it. Whoops. All right, how do you spell monstrous? Is it with US? Right? Yeah. Tank House, Echo. Downton Abbey, New Era. Saw that one. In fact, I just rewatched it again recently. It was that's going to be one of my best favorite movies of the year, and that's because I recently binged all of the Downton Abbey series, and I've become a little bit more attached to the characters than I thought I would. Men, that's. I heard about the final scenes, guys. I heard about it. I know what it's supposed to be gruesome, but gruesome in a CG kind of way. The Valet. That'll that'll be on the top there. Top Gun Maverick. Man, I want to go. Before Top Gun has done its run here in the theaters, I'm going to sneak out and see it again, perhaps on a. Okay, what's going on here? Why are you not behaving? Give us some room here. No interest in Bob's Burgers. Dinner in America, The Kiara, Distant, There Are No Saints. Taste of Whale. All right, that's May. So let's get to June, and then we'll take a look at the list. And this will be here for now that I'm putting it on the spreadsheet, it'll be here for us at the end of the year. I don't have to go through this process again. The Passenger. The Passenger. Never heard of it. Crimes of the Future. We saw that one. And it's not everybody's cup of tea. I know that. I wouldn't even say that. Top Gun Maverick. Or sorry, I wouldn't even say that Crimes of the Future is one of Cronenberg's better movies. But it was just the more I think about what some of the images and what he was trying to say with it, I still liked it. All right, guys, we gotta do a quick check here to make sure there's something happening with my buttons. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was just my Excel file. Yeah. It was my Excel file. This is acting weird. Let's try to finish this up for June, and then we don't have to worry about the Excel file too much. Crimes of the Future. Fire Island, Eiffel. Frank and Penelope is one that I wanted to see. Frank and Penelope. Penelope? Yes. Miracle. Phantom of the Open. Dash Cam was that weird, obscure horror. Yeah, we're not going to get a lot of the international movies in this. Jurassic World Dominion we saw. Jurassic World Dominion. Halftime. That was that J-Lo documentary. No, I did see Lightyear, and I was going to post my initial out of the theater reaction to it, but I didn't say too many good things about it. It was Lightyear was a little bit too long, and it had one of those mechanisms in it where it was kind of like, okay, now we got to go over there to kill the bad guy, and they start going over there, but then something happens that sidetracks them, and that happened a little too much towards the end of the movie that kept it going on for too long, and it suffered because of that. I think it was like an hour and 40 something minutes, and if Lightyear was an hour and 30 minutes, they cut out 30 minutes of that sidetracking stuff, like the stuff with the sandwiches. Did we need that? You just started the third act, and we're going to pause again to hear them talk about sandwiches. I mean, come on. Anyway, yeah, it's a kids movie, you know. I guess they don't need that kind of harsh analysis. The Good Neighbor. Good Neighbor. Blowback. I'm sure I'm missing some movies here, guys. I feel like I'm missing some. Spiderhead. Yeah, we saw that. And that's one that I'm thinking about too. I like that one. It just wasn't as memorable as I wanted it to be. Civil. Yeah, The Watcher's one I want to see. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. That's not one. That's not one I want to see. Elvis is one I want to see, but that's going to be on. I'm going to see it this weekend probably. The Black Phone. You saw. I think that's the last one. And I'm going to see Elvis. Down Abbey has been what? Beauty. So that's it. So that's it for that. Let's see if I can move this so that blow it up a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to put in some informal numbers here, guys. I don't know how. And I know this is not the way to do this because there's more. What do they call that word in Excel? There's a more dynamic way of doing it, but I never set it up to do it, so it's not that dynamic. So I've seen 25 movies this year. That's not bad. Hey, it's your buck. You're entitled to critique. Buzz. I still may post that straight out of the theater review. Maybe I will, but it's just kind of like, it's what, 2 weeks now that it's been out. So I've seen 25 movies so far. That's not bad. Did I miss? Oh yeah, maybe I did. I missed the Netflix releases. How do I do this, James? Because I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. And this will be a shorter list. And Netflix original movies. Iraq's Fistful of Vengeance. Windfall sounds very familiar to me. Why does Windfall sound familiar? Okay, no, I haven't seen that one. No, I think that list that was up that was a fairly comprehensive list. Looks like it had most of them. Yeah. Okay. So let me just go over to my OBS page, pull this back over. Let's take a look at what I would say is my best and worst. Let's just do, this is rather rough for the best. Okay. And it's going to have to be in a weird order too, I think. The Batman is still probably my favorite. Although, it's hard to fight Top Gun Maverick. It really is. And I could change that up. Whoops. I can change my mind on this one. Because I've seen the Batman about 3 times now. Oh, I've never touched drugs, but I loved Beavis and Butthead when I was younger. After a trip to the bar, I have to revisit for nostalgic purposes. Yeah, it's one that if it was on, I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's just one, Beavis and Butthead. It would be one that I'm not going to actively search out. What was I talking about? Yeah, Top Gun Maverick. When I go see it again in the theater, before it's done its run here, it may be my #1 movie of the year. But it's really hard to compete with the Batman right now, I would say, for me. Okay, so as I said, from nostalgic purposes, Down Abbey 2 yeah, because I like that one. Oddly enough, Doctor Strange is not going to be on my best list. But it's not going to be on my disappointing list. Neither is Jurassic World Dominion. Did I like The Black Phone enough to put it on there? It wasn't my favorite horror that I saw. I just watched Man from Toronto. Let's just say I got through it. Woody was the best part of it. Okay. That's with Kevin Hart, right? Where he's kind of like mistaken to be like a mob hitman or torturer or something like that. Yeah, Downton Abbey is up there. My favorite horror of the year would have to maybe be Black Phone. No, Scream 5 is my favorite. Yeah, there we go. Scream 5. Because that's one that I would go back to without even thinking about it. Let's just try to give you a formal top 5. Free Guy. Did I like Free Guy better than Adam Project? No, I didn't. Death on the Nile I really like, though. Let's put in the Adam Project. Because for me, I think about scenes in the Adam Project, like when he's when he's saying goodbye to her and driving away from her. I still feel like that emotion. Just how well acted that was. Yeah, it was a good movie. I like that one. So there's my top 5 right now. But remember, I still got a few more to see here. So any one of these, we didn't even, like RRR, we never even looked at movies out of India yet. Let's take a look at what my worst would be. And I'll only give you 3 for the worst. Oh, you know what? Jackass Forever would be on. That'll be in the top 10, maybe. That'll be like 10. The worst. Ooh. Oh, okay, yeah, The Bubble. The Bubble is the worst. Worst movie I've seen this year. Worst movie I've seen in a long time, actually. Uh, Worst. See, a lot of these weren't that bad. Like Uncharted is a huge movie, but it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't all that memorable. Blacklight. There we go. People might want to say Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I had a lot of fun with it. Black Crab. Morbius was just Morbius was more disappointing, but would I say it was one of the worst? I don't want to revisit it. And I said I wouldn't put it on my worst list, but I think if I had to give you 3 out of this list, is Morbius better than Firestarter? I know some people would love to put Crimes of the Future, but I can't do that. Can't do that. So there you go, guys. I've seen 25 movies so far for 2022. The best are for me, and I still think it could flip between Top Gun Maverick and The Batman. Then I like Downton Abbey 2, Scream 5, and The Atom Project. Because Doctor Strange, I think I'm not alone here when I'm talking about Doctor Strange. Is that as cool as some of the fantastic imagery was? After watching WandaVision, she was my favorite. I was looking forward to seeing her be my favorite Avenger, and they made her the bad guy, and it's just kind of like, no, I didn't. I didn't like that. Jurassic World Dominion, too long. It was too long. Spiderhead was cool. I liked it, but it just wasn't hugely memorable. The Black Phone, I maybe have to watch it again just to make sure that. I liked the performances in it. The Black Phone for sure. They had a lot of good performances, especially from the young kids that had to be in a situation with the father where he's an alcoholic and stuff like that, and then one of them gets kidnapped. It's just, oh yeah. It was, the performances in Black Phone are stellar. Now, see, if I put 10, if I give you a 10, Jackass Forever would be there. I think Death on the Nile would be there. The Lost City was fun. Would I have the audacity to put Crimes of the Future on this list? That's a good question. Because it's just so bizarre. People eating plastic. Oh, Free Guy. Yeah, Free Guy would be maybe there. Oh, and X is definitely on there. I don't know what would be in the middle there. Maybe it would be the Black Phone. That would be my tentative top 10 list right there, guys. As of right now. Arglass says, I can see Doctor Strange 2 going further down the list when Thor comes out. Night and day, apparently. MVP Christian Bale, I hear. Yeah. I got my tickets already booked for that one. So next Thursday, I'm seeing that for sure. For sure. Like I prioritized it. Okay, so this is a list, guys. This is a big. I still need to do the 2000s because I lost my Excel book, and now that I have it saved up on, like, this automatically saves up into the cloud because I have the Microsoft account. I've been going through every year. I want to go all the way back to when I was born. But just like how I went through that list on that page, I've just been going through the list and making note of all the movies that I've seen for each year that I can remember, at least. Yeah, so like some years I've seen lots. 2010 I saw a lot of movies. So I need to. It takes a long time to compile this list. Like, look at how much we went there for 50 minutes, and that was only for about half the year. But I do want to finish this list, just for my own records. And I thought it would just be kind of fun to turn on the camera and talk about some of the movies that have come out this year. Yeah. All right, let's go and take a look at. We can put this down now. Microsoft Word. Let's take that off. Let's go take a look at some of the coming soon here. Oh, and Elvis. I think Elvis, if I saw it, I think it would be in my top 5. I think, well, yeah. And I'm seeing it this weekend. So, yeah. I'm sure it's going to be in the top 10. I feel bad about not going out and seeing it this past weekend. So, I'll get that corrected as soon as I can. Okay. Let's go and say what's some of my most anticipated. Well, I have to go. I was thinking about even years. I think I'll go up to the years that I was born, and then I'll just say before birth. Because I've seen movies like Jaws and stuff like that. The old monster movies, like Godzilla movies that came out way before I was born. I'll just throw them all into one big category. Taking a look at the list for July here. You said, Art Glass, your most anticipated was Where the Crawdads Sing. And I saw that trailer on Black Phone. They put it on the Black Phone, on the big screen, and it played very well. So yeah, that's going to be one of my most anticipated. Maybe what we'll do here. So we'll say maybe I'm not done pulling this up. Luckily, if I can remember how to use this. Yeah, we'll just maybe throw out what 5 picks, 7 picks, 10 picks of most anticipated. All right. Thor: Love and Thunder is still, yeah, well, I'm not going to put that on the list because it comes out next week, right? And I'm already booked to see it. I got to tell you this. My excitement level really hasn't changed. It's still high, but it's kind of like, I'm not, it's not ramping up anymore for Thor. And I haven't watched anybody else's reviews of it yet. The Killer. Yeah, Where the Crawdads Sing. Yeah. I'll add that to the list. And I haven't finished listening to the Taylor Swift song Carolina or Caroline. Is it Carolina? I know it's out now. What am I doing? I didn't prioritize Taylor Swift. Unbelievable. Nope. Nope is the Gray Man is going to be on my most anticipated list. Because it's the Russo brothers, Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling facing off with each other. Nope is one I want to see, but I'm not really too hyped about it. The Reef, Stalked. That's all for July? That can't be it for July. Oh. Why can't I just get the rest of the year, guys? August. Let's take a look at what's coming out. Bodies. Bullet Train. Bullet Train, there you go. That's going to be on one of my most anticipated. Lives. Prey is on my most anticipated. Like, the way I'm ranking this, guys, is ones that I have to go out and see, or I have to watch. Like I want to see Nope, but I'm not going to put it on my most anticipated. Because I wouldn't step over a dead body to go see it, is what I'm saying. Beast is another one of those. I really want to see Beast, but I'm not going to put it on my most anticipated. That's that Idris Elba lion movie. 3,000 Years of Longing. That's that George Miller movie with Idris Elba and Tilda Swinton where he plays like a djinn. I have to see how that works out. I'm curious about it. I'm not anticipating it. August, September. Ever After. Salem's Lot. Does that due out in September? That's one. We should get a trailer for that soon. If that comes out this. That's the reboot with from James Wan, huh? I'm curious about that one for sure. The Woman King. Don't Worry, Darling. That's one. They played Don't Worry, Darling on Black Phone, and that's that Olivia Wilde movie. Oops. With Florence Pugh and Harry Styles, where they're like, it's a period piece where they, I guess, get involved in some kind of a weird cult or something. It's really weird, and yeah, that's one of my most anticipated. Blonde. I'm looking forward to Blonde. That's that Marilyn Monroe one. I don't know if I would be like. See, here's the difference. Blonde's going to be on Netflix, but if I had the choice to watch either one of them, the first one that I would go see would be Don't Worry, Darling, before Blonde. But I still want to see Blonde. Smile looks kind of weird and interesting when they give us a full trailer for that. Instead of the teaser of them just walking through the room and them smiling. Bros. Hocus Pocus 2 was a fun little teaser. Is that it for... August? The De-Influencer. Okay. Halloween Ends. I think that'll be one of them. That'll be an anticipated one. It's not for me though, because Halloween Kills was meh for me. Salem's Lot. The stuff of my childhood nightmares were made of. I'm a glutton for punishment. Okay, it's on the list. Yeah, I want to see it, and we should be getting a teaser for that soon. Let's see if IMDb has anything for that. Salem's Lot. William Sadler's in it. Lewis Pullman, the son of Bill Pullman. He was just in Top Gun Maverick. He's going to be in this. September 9th is when it's being released here in Canada. Let's see if I can. No official trailer. Huh. Alfred Woodward. Looks like it's got a very interesting cast. But But yeah, that's under James Wan's production company, right? Um, yeah, we should be due for a trailer for that pretty soon, I would imagine. Halloween Ends, no. Black Adam. That's one that I'm definitely looking forward to. Uh, but it also, potentially, Black Adam is also one that has the Morbius factor. It's got the one that has the most possibility of letting audiences down. Because it was such a big passion project of The Rock for the longest time. And if it doesn't deliver, or if it just turns out to be meh, that's what I mean by the Morbius factor. Okay, so that's October. Let's go to November. Pinocchio. Now, out of the Disney Pinocchios, between the Disney Pinocchio and Del Toro's Pinocchio, I think I'm looking more forward to Del Toro's with the weird kind of animation. Glass Onion, Knives Out 2. That's going to be on the most anticipated list. And I never thought that I would be saying that about a Rian Johnson movie. But, yeah. Salem's Lot Pilou aspect looks remarkably like Joshua Jackson. Does he? People always say, maybe it's because I know redheads. Jessica Chastain and Bryce Dallas Howard. They say they look alike. I don't see it. Let's take a look at this. This guy looks like. Oh yeah, he does. He was in Uncharted. Okay, yeah, okay. You know what? He was the. He was one of the bastards, right? In Game of Thrones. Yeah, Urian Greyjoy. Okay, yeah, I know who he is, and he's going to be in Salem's Lot. Yeah, post production. Yeah, it's weird that we haven't heard anything about this yet. Really weird. All right, where were we? We were in November. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is not on my most anticipated list. And that's shameful for me to say because I really like Black Panther and Chadwick Boseman. It really hit me hard when he passed on. But because they still haven't kind of clarified what they're going to do with his character, my hesitations are just kind of like, meh. I'm not hyped. I'm not anticipating it. I don't even know if I want to see it if they say that he's not going to be in the movie for that long. And it's just more of a side story of Shuri and that mountain tribe guy. Because if it turns out just to be a side story, I don't think that's going to resonate with a lot of people. Spellbound. That sounds interesting. How come I haven't heard anything about this? Oh, because it's a kids movie. The Menu. That's that Anya Taylor-Joy, Ray Fiennes movie where he plays like a cook. Yeah, that'll be on my most anticipated. The Menu. Creed 3. And finally, in December, there's Del Toro's Pinocchio to be announced. Am I excited for Avatar: The Way of Water? No, I'm not. Because it's a CG movie. And yeah, I'm confused about it. Because if it's a CG movie, mostly rendered all in computers, what was the advancement in technology that um, James Cameron held it off for like 7 years? This movie was supposed to be out like 7, 8 years ago. Um, I, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. That trailer caught me by surprise. That one looked fun. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I might be excited about that one once we see a trailer. Untitled 20th Century Studios film. I know what you mean regarding Black Panther, Art Glass Viking says. With the phase, the cards seem to be being played too close to the chest. Yeah. Babylon. Set in old Hollywood when businesses was turning from silent films to talkies. That one might be most anticipated because it's got Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. Oh, it's weird. You know what? Downton Abbey 2 was a little bit about that. From turning a silent film, because that happened in Downton Abbey 2. They were filming a movie that was silent to begin with, and then their funding got cut, and they had to transform it into a talking movie. That's why I like Downton Abbey 2, because they do a good job of when you think about the whole series, Downton Abbey. They do a good job of incorporating real world events into things that were happening, and that happened in Downton Abbey 2, The New Era. And I like that movie a lot, thinking about it now, because of that stuff. But I think that's it, guys, for my lists as we looked at some of them. What's on some of your most anticipated list? Is Avatar on there? Black Panther? Shazam! Fury of the Gods, perhaps? I'd have to say, without Thor: Love and Thunder, embrace the cartoons, James. And Minions, I'd love to watch it in every theater and laugh my butt off. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it with Minions. I don't know. Okay, so let me just take a look at my list. I'm going to try to get some of these corrected as soon as possible, as soon as I can. I definitely need to prioritize every thing everywhere all at once. And things like Elvis and Thor 4. But these will be done in the next week. Those two. Maybe everything everywhere all at once. But yeah. That's the list. Those are the lists, guys. Alright. Must be a European thing. For what? Watching the kids' movies? Actually, it wasn't that bad. There wasn't that... my mother and I took our niece to see Lightyear. Yeah. Studio 666. Black Crab. That's my list. I think that's pretty much all we can do for today, guys. Just to keep it topical to this topic. Yeah. Whoops. That was an Obi-Wan. Hey, that's what we're going to do here, guys. In about 25 minutes or so, we're going to finish out Obi-Wan the first season. We'll watch the 6th and final episode of Obi-Wan in about 25 minutes. I'll post the link for that in just a few moments. And then that'll be it for today. Tomorrow, guys, if you don't know, we're going to be watching Stranger Things Season 4, episodes 8 and 9. It's already up on the channel listed. 10:30 in the morning. We'll be watching, by this time tomorrow, we'll be starting the finale. And I can't wait for it. I'm hyped. All right, guys. That's my mid-year report for 2022 so far. What were some of your picks? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. And I'll see you in a few moments for Obi-Wan season, the finale.